dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We got Nick Crowley. We got the Mr. Sleepy People rabbit hole? Huh?
The Mr. Sleepy People rabbit hole.
I'm just saying.
The Mr. Sleepy People. I don't know.
What? Okay.
No, okay.
Another rabbit hole. Mm-hmm. Let's go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Hey, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you have to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals.
Lucky them with a thumbs up.
That's how we know we need to bring even more and more of the content, man. But let's dive into it, man. The Mr. Sleepy People rabbit hole. There's a lot of weird shit on the internet, bro. Honestly, bro, should we even have access to the internet? You loud as hell.
Sorry, y'all. But yes. Like you always say, it's a blessing and a curse.
It's a
but
lot.
Yeah. Hey.
It's something every day that's new, man. Let's go.
Facts.
Why he just recording people? What the? Dang, that's not somebody's sleep. That's somebody who's not like.
Is it? I'm trying to see if like the.
No, because if I'm sleeping, you come do that to me, and I'm like, if my eyes literally visibly looking at you, and I'm conscious, I'm gonna see you, and I'm gonna.
Never mind.
I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I don't know.
This isn't what many of you may think.
I try with you one night when you're sleeping. I'm just.
Boy, you gonna be knocked out.
Again, I'll try one night when you sleep, and I'll do it and see.
This is not a scene from some obscure horror movie. It's not a performance or some kind of art project. This is no ARG. What this is the beginning of a rabbit hole. It's the first step into a twisted world, hidden from the public eye in the very deepest depths of YouTube. A community whose dark practices have fallen through the cracks, unnoticed by most of the world for over a decade. Until today. October 26th, 2011. The day our story starts as the video Bree Eye Check Part 1 would be posted to YouTube, where it remains to this day. The clip serves as the inaugural video for a channel called Mr. Sleepy People and showcases what can best be described as a bizarre scene. In it, we see the cameraman film a couple sleeping in a small bed in what appears to be a basement or other windowless room. The man approaches quietly to the point where the camera is left just inches away from the woman's face, which then leads to the disturbing scene we watched earlier. The cameraman uses his free hand to pry open the girl's eye. At one point, he even touches the bare eye in a vigorous manner and then proceeds to open both of them simultaneously, before eventually releasing her eyes and turning off the camera. With all of this being done without waking either of the two sleeping people up. It's a horrifying video and one that leaves so many questions. But as the title states, this is merely part 1, and less than a month later, in November of 2011, Mr. Sleepy People would release part 2. Bree Sexy Eyes Part 2, a video that plays out virtually the same scene as before. The man approaches the sleeping couple and proceeds to play with the woman's sleeping eyes. The video features no description and no explanation as to what we are seeing on our screens, just the shocking footage and nothing else. And as strange and concerning as this all is, it only got darker when just a week later, Part 3 would be posted. Bree Drunk and Passed Out Part 3. Despite the first 2 videos not even reaching the 2.5-minute mark, this video was a whopping 9 minutes. The room is much darker this time, but the premise of the video stays the same. Just more of this person touching a lady named Bree's eyes. And to make matters worse, according to the title, not only was she sleeping, but she was also supposedly drunk and passed out at the time of filming this. What have we stumbled upon? What are these videos? Well, to understand this requires a deep dive into this Mr. Sleepy People channel. But for now, what I can say is that these videos are simply the beginning.
Right.
Concerning his videos on this lady named Bree, Mr. Sleepy People has 7 videos featuring her. 7 different videos of
And that's how crazy people are. 100, almost 130,000, 60,000, 100,000, 142,000. Like, that in itself is just sick, bro. Like,
Yeah, people are like even coming, see the title, and you're like,
and the woman
I'm coming back.
and woman, another part that's very like disturbing is none of these are in the same day. All of these are multiple different days, different occasions. Unless it's all fake. There's some weird ass shit.
It's weird, to say the least.
And they're not deceased; they're alive. Because you can tell about like the pigmentation and everything. But that is weird. Oh.
this man playing with this woman's sleeping eyes, while another person sleeps just inches away. It's one of the strangest things I've ever seen, and it doesn't end there. In fact, Mr. Sleepy People's channel has 38 videos following this same mold, with as many as 10 different women. 38 videos of him opening sleeping girls' eyes, all spread out evenly within the past 9 years, with his latest post coming back in January of 2020. Whatever it is that this man is doing, he has been doing it consistently for a very long time. And if there's one thing that is clear when watching these videos, is that whatever this is, he knows he's not supposed to be doing it. Every video shows him quietly sneaking around the rooms of these ladies in the dark, very obviously trying not to get caught. With perhaps the most obvious example of this coming from a video on March 7th of 2017, entitled Lovely Big Brown Eye Check 2. The video starts the same as all the others, but something happens in the closing seconds that gives us a disturbing glimpse into the mindset of Mr. Sleepy People. As he holds her eye open, the sleeping girl suddenly blinks, indicating that she is about to wake up. As this happens, we see him quickly jolt away in an obvious attempt to not get caught. It's a moment that to me confirms the idea that he is not supposed to be doing whatever it is he's doing, which this idea alone makes the entire channel all the more concerning, as it seems he's doing these bizarre behaviors to people who have no idea what's happening to them. And the things he has done in these videos go far beyond what I've shown you. For starters, he's not only doing this to unaware sleeping women, but as I mentioned before, he has also done this to what he claims to be drunk or passed out girls as well.
Now I'm finna say maybe you can sleep and visibly see things, but still be.
So you think like when you sleep, your eyes roll to the back?
No.
Because I'm trying to see what you.
No. I'm finna say if a flash of light and you see like your eyes open, but you sleep, that flash of light is still.
Tell me when she blinked.
No. I'm just saying anytime he's opening the eyelid, I'm like, and they're still asleep, but they're visibly their eye is catching things. You get what I'm saying? They're seeing, but not seeing. Recognizing they're seeing. But all I was trying to say was, because sometimes you say my eyes be open when I'm asleep, and I'll be like, I'm not asleep. I mean, my eyes are not open.
But they do. Like, you sleep with them open, but you wouldn't be aware because you're asleep. Like, I can literally see your eyes.
I'm finna tell you who used to freak me out when we was kids. That's how they used to sleep, literally with their eyes open.
Yours don't be wide open. Yours be like cracked a little bit, but you could see your eye really good.
Yeah, but the one my sister called brother.
Yeah.
That you met at my grandma's funeral. That's how he used to sleep when we was kids. He's older, but
he slept with a wide open.
Yeah, he'd be like, he's sleeping, he's like this, and I'd be like, you walking out.
It's a lot of people that sleep.
And he sleeps little. So I used to be like, hell no.
It's scary, especially like seeing it for the first time.
Cause I used to be like, 4 or 5 years old, and he was like a teenager. So like, I was just like, you woke? And I look, see him like, my eyes wide open. I used to be a little kid, go to his mom's house and be like, you woke? Like,
hello.
He be knocked out.
Nah.
And then you hear, yeah, I'll be like, oh yeah, you sleep. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
And that wasn't a one-off thing. Just going off the titles and some of his descriptions, he has seemingly victimized drunk women in the majority of these videos, a disturbing fact that will come into play more as this mystery unfolds. Now, skimming through his catalog of videos, I noticed something off-putting in a video called Quick, I Check, which was posted back in January of 2014. The video itself is creepy enough as usual, but the truly horrifying part to me comes in the description. There he writes, gave a quick eye check, didn't have much time to do it, which is no good. Her eyes were very beautiful and big, and also very tasty when I licked them and cleaned them for her while she was drunk asleep.
So are all these people drunk?
Is he like picking these people up like at a bar and bringing them back to his house or something?
It seems as though.
At first I thought it was just like going to be about Bree, but these are like different women. But then I'm like, but when the men, where do they come in? Like, who are the men? Like the one that was in the bed with Bree.
But it also seems as though because every person is a woman.
Yeah.
That he's doing an eye check on. So he has a fetish with women in their eyes, which is weird, bro.
Weird.
And how are you even connected to these women to get them in the room that you could have easy access to, and they're all different women
and intoxicated.
Yes, and are they just intoxicated from liquor, or are you spiking, or are you doing something? Because these people are not unconscious. They're not responsive.
What if that is like a thing? Like, you know how you maybe invite some people over, and the man can honestly be under some as well. That's why he's not waking up, but you just want,
because you know how
trying to have access to the woman.
You know how sometimes you'll like, I'll be sleeping, you wake up and you'll get like be right in my face. Like yesterday, you was right in my face.
Yeah.
But I can feel your presence while I'm asleep. Mm-hmm. That's when I wake up and be like, get out of my face. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me breathing, or you just feel like
I could just feel your presence. Mm-hmm. And these people like are so intoxicated, they don't feel the presence. Mm-hmm. I would say this: I've never been drunk sleep before. I've never been so drunk. Nah. Mm-hmm. I done got some good sleep with some alcohol in my system before. I ain't gonna hold you. In college, that's some of the best sleep I ever had. Was, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't like drunk, like passed out from alcohol. It was just, I had a good night and I came home and I was able to go to sleep. I was like, and I ate and I said, ooh, that's some good sleep. Boy, I tell you, hey. But these people are not responding to anything. And I'm like,
it's scary.
How intoxicated are they? To me, that's not just drunk.
Yeah.
That's.
He said it gets worse, so.
He said some things come out.
Yeah.
I'm just very, like, I have a lot of questions and I'm very, like, not only disturbed, but sickened by this. Mm-hmm.
Now, this to me was actually a turning point for this channel. I couldn't help but feel like this was an indication that the whole channel is some kind of weird art project. After all, licking eyes is clearly disturbing, and this just sounds like someone trying to be very dark and very edgy. Especially given the fact that
he move?
It looked like it a little bit.
It looked like she said, you know what I'm saying?
But you know, some people like, but they still won't wake up.
Yeah, it looked like because she felt it. She just.
Yeah.
art project. After all, licking eyes is clearly disturbing, and this just sounds like someone trying to be very dark and very edgy. Especially given the fact that he didn't actually do this on camera, he only talked about it. It really made me think that this was all somehow faked.
That's what I thought.
But this wasn't the case. October 26th, 2016, MrSleepyPeople posts a 15-second clip entitled Quick Sleepy Eye Check, Lick. And I think many of you know where this is headed.
He really licked her eyeball. Don't show that, Nick. Oh. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Okay.
It's a clip that truly left me speechless.
Why?
What kind of rabbit hole is this? But as twisted as this video was,
She probably woke up with pink eye and some more shit. Wondering why she got shit going.
it did solidify something for me, that
It's
this
not
channel is real. I mean, no matter how good of an actor you are, no one would be able to fake this. It is human nature to shut your eyes if something even comes near them. So even for the sake of acting, no one would be able to sit through this. So it almost has to be real. And he's been doing this for so long. So not only is this not fake, but this man seems to love what he's doing. Now, as I mentioned before, it's a channel that leaves so many questions, but something I was shocked about was how these women weren't waking up when this was happening to them. But a quick Google search revealed that once you enter deep stages of sleep, your eyes can actually be opened without you waking up, as you can't actually see when your brain is sleeping. This is given the fact that all your eyes really do is reflect light. It's your brain that has to interpret that into sight.
That is true.
And that's the reason why I said, because I barely go into REM sleep. Is it REM? I forgot the different stages level because I had to study for what's called, not just for science, but even for psychology.
Why do you feel like you don't?
I really feel like I never get.
But you do.
I don't be in a deep sleep.
Babe, you do.
No, because my mind stays going of what stuff I need to do. And I'm gonna tell you how I know for a fact that I never get deep sleep. I'm only sleep like 3 hours and then I wake up and I'm doing something, then I'll go right back to sleep. I always have an interrupted sleep. I can't sleep 6, 7, 8 hours straight. I can't. My sleep is constantly interrupted. I haven't had like a literally deep 8 hour sleep, 8 hour deep sleep in years. Mm-hmm. And I mean, when I say years, I'm talking about over 10 years. I cannot remember the last time I ever had like 8 hours of straight deep sleep. My mind is never at a resting state. It's always going. It's always running, which is not a good thing though. Mm-hmm. But there's stages and levels of sleep, and I never get to that REM stage where your mind is like low key at peace and it's not running. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's REM.
Yeah, that's the deep. Yeah. But I'm just trying to see, I was just trying to see how long it takes to get into.
I thought it was like 4 hours.
About 3.
But if I'm waking up constantly between 3 hours, like I can tell you, like literally, if I go to sleep at 1, I'm waking up at 4, looking at something, going back to sleep, and I'm waking back up at 6, looking at something, and then I'm waking back up at 8.
Well, hour and a half. It said about 90 minutes. 90 minutes. That's an hour and a half.
I'm telling you, I never. It's. So what's the one that you really get in like the deepest of sleep? That takes 4. I swear, we'll do it. We'll look into it later.
We'll look later. Yeah.
I swear, I haven't.
Well, it says REM is the 4th and final stage of sleep.
Oh, okay.
When your brain is sleeping, this is given the fact that all your eyes really do is reflect light. It's your brain that has to interpret that into sight. And so, as surprising as it may seem, many deep sleepers would actually just sleep right through this, especially if that person sleeping is drunk and passed out. And for the most part, when he touches and moves these eyes around, these girls tend to have contact lenses in, meaning that they likely wouldn't feel much of anything. Plus, one of the girls he frequently does this to is, according to his description, partially blind. So as crazy as this all seems, the fact that they are not waking up is actually easily explained. But this can only be done during specific stages of sleep, which leads to an off-putting thought that this Mr. Sleepy People has to know which stages of sleep these women are in before performing these acts, meaning that he likely has to be waiting and watching as they sleep before actually going in and doing this stuff. It is a horrifying thought, but it almost has to be true, given the fact that he never actually gets caught, so clearly he knows what he's doing. Now, another burning question that I was left with was, who are these women?
True.
How did he have access to what appeared to have been 10 plus separate girls over the course of 9 years? Well, judging by his first few videos, this Bree girl is sleeping with another man in what appears to be a basement, and the same is true with other girls throughout the channel. So there is a possibility that he is sneaking into homes and doing this, but I have a much more likely explanation. Roommates. I think it's very possible that this person is simply living with other men, and they have their girlfriends sleep over occasionally, to which Mr. Sleepy People then records. He would know their sleeping patterns and he could check on them without being suspicious, because he lives there too. It's just so unlikely that he would sneak into different homes so consistently without detection.
I never thought he was probably going, or could it be somebody who owns like a Airbnb, like a bed and breakfast?
Yeah, because I was
B&B.
also looking at the backgrounds of each, like, the rooms of, like, each girl.
The rooms kind of look like a rental room, like some just simplistic.
Yeah.
Or it could be a guy room. A lot of guy rooms are very simplistic, especially if those are not like married or they just are living a bachelor life. They have very simplistic rooms. Look at the type of beds. There's no headboard. They're just like maybe a frame and a mattress. And there's nothing really on the walls. The walls are bare and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
It could be his roommates, but I'm like, they constantly have girls.
It's
Are
like,
they just hooking up with girls at
with
the bar?
different that's what I was like, these are 10 different or 10 plus different girls. Like,
But also, a lot of times the girls are in the beds by themselves. Whereas the guy, if it is,
and some of them, yeah, we had
Yeah.
those two that he showed that they it's guys in the photo or whatever.
but if we're not getting the same constant guy, I can't use that logic that it's your roommates. But I can go off the logic that it could be a bed and breakfast. Or somewhere where people are staying. Or it could... Nah. It has to be like something like that where people just crashing. No, because Bree was there for a couple nights.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe
And it would make a lot more sense if this was happening in his own home. It also seems likely, especially in more recent videos, that the women featured are perhaps in a relationship with him, as he seems to be more touchy, even holding them against his chest in some videos, with him having even admitted in one of the descriptions that the girl shown in the video was a friend. So we have a good guess as to a few things at this point. We can assume that this is very real, given the legitimate touching and licking. We can assume that this person isn't supposed to be doing this, as he is constantly sneaking around. Meanwhile, it's likely that these girls have no idea this is even being done. And we can assume that the majority of these girls are likely this man's roommates, girlfriends, or just hookups.
Yeah.
But we still don't know the answer.
Could be room... That is true. It could be girls he's hooking up with too, because they're just in a bed by themselves. And so he could have got up, some of the girls could have got up and like,
it could be he stay with, stay with other guys or whatever, and he's like sneaking in the room, like that one when the girl moved or blinked and he like had to hide.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a thing. It is girls that he's hooking up with because he's in bed with them.
And that's why they just in bed by themselves. But they're intoxicated, heavily intoxicated. And he'll know what girls are heavily intoxicated because he's been out partying with them. And stuff.
Like I said, maybe picking them up at bars and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
What may very well be the biggest question posed here. What is the point of this content? What are we actually watching here? And why is it on YouTube?
Facts.
Well, having dove into this topic, the best answer I can give is that this is some kind of fetish, an idea that may be confirmed by MrSleepyPeople's comment section.
The community.
Now, I think most people who would watch something like this would be incredibly confused and terrified. And I think it would be safe to assume that videos like this would receive a lot of dislikes and negative comments, just given how twisted it all seems. But surprisingly, this isn't the case. Despite a modest subscriber count of over 2,000 people over the course of his 38 videos, MrSleepyPeople has amassed 1.7 million views, with almost every video reaching at least 10,000 views. And these videos are extremely well received, with most averaging a 90% like to dislike ratio. And this ratio and these view counts are not caused by bots or spam. He has a disturbingly active and very passionate comment section on nearly every video he posts, with comments like, "Such a hot nose, you should do a nose nostril check too. Try to play with her nose next time. If you're feeling dirty, go inside too, that would be fun. Get some mouth play when she snores. Wonderful, the beauty of the sleeping female. Relaxed face expressions, calm soft breathing, body limpness, complete unawareness. After she went out, how long did you wait to start filming? Yes, the lower eyelids again, more. My wife passes out like this every night, lol. I love messing with her eyes, mouth, and feet. Should I have stripped her down?
What?
If she's that drunk, you should do more. Good vid though.
Wow.
Interesting that you have a girl this drunk and all you do is hold her eye open. My GF wouldn't mind me doing that to her, I'm sure.
How weird, bro.
What the hell is this? And this is just a small sample size. The channel is filled with comments just like these, with people who are loving the videos and want this person to do even more. And based off of the way these comments are worded, saying to strip her down, begging for more videos, using phrases like hot and sexy, while asking to see feet and mouth play, it reveals what could previously only be assumed, that these videos are meant to be sexual. At least to these people in this community, they get off to this strange practice. And in many ways, it seems like these commenters are almost living their fantasies through this MrSleepyPeople account, just like many do when they watch pornography, as they are sending in requests in incredibly desperate manners, perhaps indicating that they can't do this in their real life, but they can have this guy do it for them and film it. It just keeps getting stranger. But as I said before, this is a rabbit hole, one that plummets to the very depths of this site, and MrSleepyPeople is just the start. As when you search up eye checks and look at his subscription list, you find dozens of channels with hundreds of videos of this same practice.
Wow.
One of these channels, OSMKZHS, dates all the way back a full decade and features just 5 grainy videos of sleeping women having their faces manipulated by a man behind the camera. And though it isn't active today, the fact that this channel was prevalent so long ago shows us that this fetish style of video is nothing new. And it is still prevalent to this day, as evident by a channel called REM Sleeper. The channel is just 3 weeks old, but in that time, it has already posted 20 videos, many of which being done on what he describes as drunk girls. And it's shocking the number of views that all of these accounts are pulling. And again, all positive comments. This is no small community that is watching these videos. This is a fairly large group lusting over sleeping women being touched in various ways. And this is only what we're seeing on YouTube. As it turns out, there is also what appears to be a black market-like trade of these videos. That's all happening behind the scenes, a fact that is proved within the comments of many of these videos, with people asking if they want to trade personal clips, even sharing emails and phone numbers, so they can trade their own videos behind the scenes. Something that I can only assume is being done because these people don't have permission to be filming these girls in their personal videos, so they don't want to post them onto YouTube to avoid being caught. This also may be done because these videos could be even more graphic, to the point where they wouldn't be allowed on YouTube. It's also important to note that every single person commenting on these videos and posting their own videos are men, and every one of these eye checks are done on women, leading me to believe that this isn't just about the eyes. It's just as much the sleeping or drunk girl, which makes this next discovery all the more concerning. It seems that every channel that posts or comments on these videos has their own playlists, and these playlists link to thousands of other videos in this genre, showing us just how widespread this is. I mean, there's a channel called Have to Be Gone that has a playlist with 667 videos in it, most of which featuring passed out women being messed with while they sleep. And these videos can be far more graphic than we've seen, with some showing old film reels of actual dead female bodies, and others showing videos of women having seizures. And all of this is being fetishized. But though the graphicness and the sheer number of these videos that are out there is shocking, there is something else very strange that you can find in these playlists. The topic of hypnosis. It is something that is...
I thought about that too. I was like, is he possibly hypnotizing these people? Because some people say hypnosis actually do work. And if you do get into a hypnosis state, you can be like laid out like that. And somebody can mess with you, do things to you you don't know because your brain is not recognizing. It's like they're shutting your brain off. You know what I'm saying? Sad, bro.
Sprinkled within many of these playlists, as there are often videos that show women being hypnotized, and some of these are actual tutorials of how to hypnotize people to the point where they can't move and are completely unaware, thus giving you total control. It seems that these people are into the idea of hypnotizing women, as women being asleep and unaware is such a large part of this fetish. And it's even possible they may be trying to learn this trade in order to more fully control these women, so that they can use them at their will. Now, I try not to be a person who judges others, especially when it comes to sexual preference. But if you think about this fetish as a whole, it is inherently problematic. These videos show women who are unaware, drunk, sleeping, and potentially even hypnotized in some. And something that all of these things have in common is that it makes it impossible for these women to consent. You can't say no to something that you don't even know is happening. And these acts are sexual in the minds of the people consuming and making this content. So therefore their actions should be considered sexual as well, given the fact that it's their intention. And to me, this appears to be the basis of this fetish. I think they like the idea of messing with a girl who has no control, and who certainly can't say no. This is why these girls are always sleeping and drunk, and it also explains why hypnosis videos, seizure videos, and even clips of dead women are in these playlists. It all shows girls who have no control over their bodies. It is just so twisted, as this whole fetish centers around a lack of consent. These girls don't know they're being filmed, they don't know they're being touched like this. And even if on the off chance they did agree to this beforehand, consent happens in the moment. It can't be given beforehand. Also, consent can't be given when you're drunk anyway. This fetish is twisted, and in every way possible, it is just wrong. And with that in mind, I want to close with the most disturbing part of this all. Kids.
Alright.
Yeah.
This one got to... What? Sick. That's all I got to say, man.
8 years ago, MrSleepyPeople would post a video entitled "Rem Little Sis," and the video shows what clearly seems to be a child sleeping. For the man behind this and all of his followers, this is a sexualized video. They watch this like pornography, and it's not only of his sister, but his underaged sister, a literal child. And unfortunately, there are multiple examples of this hidden within these endless playlists. These people are not only sexualizing unconsenting adults, but they are sexualizing sleeping children. And if that isn't bad enough, they then post those videos online for people to get off to. It just doesn't get any more screwed up than this. And I want you all to keep in mind that these women and children almost certainly have no idea that right now as we speak, people are viewing videos of them being toyed with in their sleep for thousands of people on the internet to watch in a sexual way. So it's clear that this community should not be allowed to exist here on YouTube. But the scary part is that on the off chance YouTube does actually terminate these accounts, they can do nothing to stop the behind-the-scenes trading of these videos. And if this is the kind of stuff that they feel comfortable sharing, well, I can only imagine the sickening things that are shown in those clips. I want to give a huge thank you to my gold tier.
Oh, that was disturbing,
I could have
bro.
went the rest of my life without knowing that
I could
that
have
was.
too. The fact that that's a dark rabbit hole on the internet is sick in itself.
Yeah.
It's very sick.
Yeah. Okay. I really have no words. I really don't. Like, I know people have like all like type of weird fetishes, but I think the eye thing that's new for me. Like, I know people like are like love like people like, oh, your eyes are so beautiful, or oh my gosh, your eyes do so beautiful, whatever.
Yeah.
But this type of like, yeah, never
On a
in my
whole
life.
nother level
That's
of
on a whole
sickness.
nother level. And the fact that y'all get, oh gosh, yeah.
Very sick.
And the comments were disgusting.
Very disturbing.
Yeah, but okay.
Hey, man. Y'all spam us up. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below. Again, very sick, nasty, disgusting, disturbing content. That's
Every valid thing you can think of. That's what. Yeah.
Again, y'all spam us up, man. Let us know y'all thoughts about it down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We Are.
Kid and C.
We Are.
No time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and on the